Hi, I'm Nid, Karma Guide and Spiritual Business Consultant. And in this month's video, we're going to be exploring the energetics of how you move forward with your business, making those decisions and ensuring that you're creating a stable foundation grounded in this reality. And I use this as the figure of 8 of creation, where we begin in the heart, like this is the center of the 8. As it loops up and around, it goes through the mind, comes back to the heart, down through and around the gut, and back to the heart again. And through this journey is really what we're looking for in the decision-making process of our business. And I want to break down what areas of the business you want to be working with these different centers as part of your creation. And I'd love to hear your feedback and additional wisdom in where these different energy centers can really help us with our growth. So the first is we begin in the heart. And something that is definitely very strong right now is finding our joy, what really fulfills our heart. This is both the importance of connection with your spirit and your soul's expression, and also that connection to our connection in the role of society to people that we want to serve. So this is our initial starting point. And the first place is always to come into your center, your spirit, your soul, to know and to understand your soul's blueprint, what it always will want to experience in every lifetime, regardless of what planet it may manifest on, what the karma is that it may accumulate. Your soul has its own makeup of experience, and this is something we explore in the soul realignment. So there's what is your soul's yearning for its own experience, and that will be an energetic quality of experience that will then obviously translate into real experiences. So that's where we begin. Soul expression. What is the connection your soul seeks for you to experience and therefore for you to share? From here, we might go to the mind before we come into connection to others. So we start soul's connection. What is it that is really going to fulfill my soul? What at this point in time brings and expresses the most joy? Once we've meditated, once we've done whatever practices, open the heart to listen to those whispers, we're then going to bring that energy, that understanding and wisdom to the third eye and maybe even to the crown. And this is where we're going to start connecting into divine wisdom and that open understanding through that psychic connection, slightly bigger picture for insights, for intuition, for inspiration, right? That intuiting of Agnya Center. So at this point, you may go and talk to people. This might be a place to get out and discover and to play and to look for that inspiration, to look for writers, to watch movies, read books, find amazing poetry, go for a dance, meet some awesome people, learn something from a teacher. This is our inspiration. We're looking for some sparks to start to happen through that third eye. And with that, we're looking for clarity. We want to have clear sight in that vision. Now that clarity doesn't need to be concrete. It just needs to have enough clarity that you can feel the resonance begin in your body. Then maybe you can start to see a path forwards, or at least some steps. An idea, what it is you want to create, what it is that you serve. And it only needs to be an idea. It doesn't need to be a full understanding. It doesn't need to be a knowing. It's just, again, like I say, that moment, that moment of inspiration. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that then back down to the heart. And we're going to see how what that inspiration has done is going to connect into the knowledge of service of the bigger collective picture. So we take the insight, how does this serve and connect now into the bigger picture? Where is that service element? Does it connect? And then from here, we draw down into the gut. So I don't want to sound like I'm bypassing this part again, but I want to move into this because we're going to come back up to that connection again. So we can take some time here, but we don't need to spend too much time returning. We just need to take enough time to ask the heart, does this connect a bigger picture? Where does it feel into a bigger picture? Is this inspiration just for me, or is this inspiration a collective inspiration? Because if it's not a collective, it's going to go back up again. We need to look for something that's going to connect soul with others, right? So it needs to have individual and collective relationship. We're then going to take, once we've affirmed that yes, okay, it's for me and for the bigger picture, then we come down to the gut. Now the gut is what in your belief systems, what in your thought processes, what in the things that you have learned and experienced, are you ready to resonate and vibrate? Because sometimes we can have an inspirational idea, but our gut hasn't quite got our three-dimensional self to that place of that vibration. And we are not going to be able to manifest a business and our business ideas if this bit isn't resonating with that. Otherwise, this just stays a dream, okay? It can't be manifested. So we need to come down to the gut and understand, do I need to do some self-work in order to lift my vibration to the heart and the head and where this is going? And do I need to address these areas first? And that takes courage, right? We need the courageous steps. So what are the things that I need to do for myself? And then we're going to start to take those steps, right? And build ourselves up in vibration from the core, whether that's releasing and letting go of things, or whether or not it's building strength in the core, building openness, more pliability and mobility through the spine, right? Whatever it is that your physical body is needing to shift as a resonance. And that's very easy to see because our 3D life is often a reflection of that 3D body, right? So we need to make these shifts in our body, and that may be through an action of you at a personal level, or it might be for you at a business level, okay? So when we get into this, oh, is it a business level? There may be a question of, I don't know stuff. I don't know what I need to know. I don't enjoy it, it's boring, I was never good at school. Those things can pop up, and that's where you're then going to have to come back up to this bit and deal with the mind. And it's in the mind that we start to address what knowledge is there that I need to acquire, that I need to understand, that I can then bring back in, and that's going to help me understand in my gut a little bit differently. And what we do is we take our knowledge through our heart into our gut so that we can assimilate and turn it into our wisdom, and that comes back up and out through the heart. So you can see this is why I'm saying it's this figure of eight process, because there may be things in the gut that help us to understand how we're going to lift back up into the mind and then assimilate in the heart to turn it into our wisdom. So how does this work in a practical, I'm working day context? Well, if you want to find out more, you're welcome to go over to the portal where I go into this in a little bit more detail with the members over there. Feel free to try out the 14-day trial, and in there you're going to find many old webinars, some worksheets to move through these practical business areas and that knowledge that it is that you are here to obtain to build that solid function at a three-dimensional level and really let your business radiate out what's coming through from your heart that you are here to live and enjoy as a soul in a body. Have an awesome month and take care of yourselves through this wonderful changing time of humanity.